This is the Programmer Owl, and in this video I'm going to walk through an Edabit Python challenge called Largest Numbers. And I'm going to be honest, this one took me a minute to figure out. I had to do some research, so this one is not as straightforward as the other very easy challenges have been. I would probably not consider this one very easy. I would probably consider it easy because I had to do like 15 minutes worth of research for this. So in this challenge, they want you to create a function that takes two arguments of a list of numbers and a constant number n and return the n largest numbers from the list. So in this example, they give you a number and then they give you a list and they want you to return the top two numbers or the top two largest numbers in that list. And this one is just one largest number, this one is three largest numbers, and then the final one is don't give any numbers at all. It's a 0. And they want the returned list to be sorted in ascending order. So, as always, Edabit gives the syntax for defining the function, the name of the function, and the two arguments it takes, which is n, the number of large numbers that they want, and then the list of numbers. So what I did was I created another variable, and I just called it olist, underscore LST, you can name it anything, and that's just to kind of give a new name for the sorted list that I'm going to create. And there's a couple of different ways that you can sort lists. You can do the dot sort, but I'm going to use sorted method. So sorted, and then I'm going to put the name of the list, which is just LST. So now that we have that, I need to make sure I include a consideration if this is 0. So if the n equals 0, we're going to have just an empty list. So, but if it's not empty, we do want something to happen. So if n is greater than 0, what I want to happen is I want returned the O list, and I'm going to do square brackets, and this is just going to like slice or kind of take just the chunk of the list that we want. And in this case, we just want negative n colon and then to the end of the list. So it'll start, when this list is taken, it'll start from -2 or -3, whatever the n number that they give us. And that'll make a list until it gets to the end of the list, because these are now sorted in order, and so they can take off the last largest numbers, however many in number that they need. If n is 0 or like a negative number or something, we want to return just an empty bracket. So that should be how you sort the numbers and then just print off the number of largest numbers you need, whatever n is. So let's check that, make sure I remembered how to do this. This one was a bit of a struggle, yes. So that, after much research, is how you find the n number of largest numbers from a given list.